But who am I? It's a question that everyone asks themselves sometime in their life. We know ourselves more than anybody else does, yet we don't know exactly who we are. We know our deepest secrets, our innermost thoughts, yet the question still lingers. Who am I? Have we tricked even ourselves? Have we tried so hard to fit a certain persona that we're not even sure if our desires and preferences have been tainted by the persona we're trying to attain? Maybe the root of the problem is that we aren't even completely sure what defines us as people. Is it our personality, our actions, or maybe even our skill set? I got Jasmine, by the way, just so you know. People want to feel like they are unique and special, that you are you and I am me. But the question still stands. Who is you? And me is who? I really don't think it's that much of a stretch to say that I am myself. I think that's pretty much already understood. The answer that we're looking for is beyond that. I believe we are approaching this dilemma in the wrong way. It seems that people worry about the definition of who they are so that they can live within that definition. It's like if I wanted to be a hipster, and so I started acting and saying and doing the things that hipsters are supposed to do. I'm forming my personality around a definition. I'd like to challenge that approach and suggest another. What if we were just the way we are, and therefore we are defined by that, and not the other way around? As cliche and trite as it sounds, why can't we just be ourselves and not really worry about how we are defined? We are definitely going to be inspired by the outside. It's inevitable, and it's impossible for us to be completely self-inspired and infinitely pretentious. Who we are is going to be partially molded by our surroundings and experiences. That's not a bad thing. You just got to make sure that you aren't entirely fashioned by these outside influences. Another thing that needs to be understood about definitions is that you don't have complete control over how you are going to be perceived. People are going to make their own assumptions and their own interpretations of who you are based upon your appearance, your behavior, and your actions. While not all of these are justified assumptions, we have got to free ourselves from worrying what other people are thinking of us. If we don't have control over it, then what good does it do to worry about it? None, if you are still wondering. So what does being yourself even really mean? Well, to be yourself and to be human is to change, to constantly change and evolve and experiment. You're not the same person that you were last year or 5 years ago. And that's because you're not static, you're dynamic. You consistently change. And that's why you can be yourself and discover who you are at the same time. But if I'm going to keep preaching about being true to who you are and not trying to be someone else, I have a confession to make. I'm not exactly who you think I am. I'm Nehemiah Jordan, and I want to make films.